Welcome everyone for another race on the channel. This time we are back at Barbagallo Raceway. One circuit that I absolutely love, and I just simply don't get it why this circuit is not featured often, or why is this circuit, this so good circuit, featured so rarely. I don't really get it. Has everything that you would want from a racetrack. Lots of elevation changes, good corners, good flow, corners that you might fuck up if you aren't careful enough, and just overall a circuit that can produce some awesome racing. So far from my experience from online racing, mainly from SRS and stuff like that, I've got to race at this circuit one time in total. So I was pretty hyped up when I heard that the GTR guys, that stands for Gravel Sharp Legends, are planning to do a race here, and I figured, you know what, these guys are from Australia. Usually I'm quite okay with pings and stuff like that in Assetto Corsa, but I'm just gonna commentate on this. They said yes, and the rest is history. A good one for that. Hope you guys will enjoy this back-to-back racing. This is the first one. The second race will come after this in 2 days. Probably check the cards above if you're watching this from the future.
If you don't know, there's no pit stops tonight. Two 30-minute races. The second race will be reverse grid. There's no tyre wear tonight either. You can call into the pits, but you don't have to make a pit stop. So no tyre wear. We're going to be running. We haven't run a yellow flag for the rest of this season for these cars, this championship. So we're not running it again tonight, but we will be running it for the first 5 minutes. So which should be 2-3 laps. So try to keep it clean, but if it happens, you can call it in the first 5 minutes. But after that, she's open slather. That's about it. Nothing else to say, really.
I got another question.
Yes, Steve-O.
Can you do something about the fucking smell coming from Huggy's direction? Mrs. Huggy's too close, and he can't swear too bad.
We have a good selection on the grid today. A bunch of Porsches. Some Mazda RX-3s. A lonely Ford Escort and a lonely, amazing Mercedes. Just listen to that sound. Amazing to see all the different types of cars on circuit. And you might be wondering how the balance of performance is achieved here. Well, it's quite tricky. In free practice, all Porsches were the fastest cars, and I was told by Hagi himself that he's very much looking forward to the reverse grid race. But in the meantime, Gun takes away the lead, not by much, but it's good enough to have Steven go out on circuit and do another lap. Let's stay on board with him a bit. Smooth on the throttle, a bit of a country steer there. Warming the car up to 7,000 RPM. That lap was about 5/10 off, almost 6. Now he has a lot of traffic ahead. Improving lap times with traffic in front is never an easy task, especially if all of the cars in front of you in the traffic are behind you. In lap times, so let's see if Steven can improve. This is gonna be a tricky test. Oh, a bit of a fight there with the car to keep it on circuit, and now he has to back out of it. Let's see. What is the plan here, Steven? Big push on the throttle. No, nothing. I'm unsure if this is gonna be a good lap there, if he had enough acceleration from the final corner. He had to go off circuit a bit. Not sure if it counts as an off circuit for the system, but to me that was a bit off circuit there. But I might look at this lap as a out lap. Bit of a slide there with the car, thankfully keeps it on circuit. Oh, 300 up in his personal best. That might be enough. That BMW was somewhat in the way, but let's see if this is gonna be enough. 108.7 is the one to beat. Let's see if he can do it. No! 0.6 off. But if this was the out lap, then I'm wondering about what is gonna be the current lap. Sector time is 24.5, the one to beat. That is 300s off. He was able to improve in the previous one. Sorry, in the previous lap for the second sector. Let's see if he can do it this time around as well. 46.3 is the one to beat. Nah, this is not gonna be good enough. Unless if we can improve in the final sector. This lap is not gonna be good enough to get P1. Final corner done. Let's see what the lap time is. Nah, it's way too off. It's way too off. Almost half a second. I see almost half a second. More than half a second. Sorry about that. Steven now has some traffic ahead, and from the looks of it, both of them are on lap times. So let's have a look on Stum. Steven is not gonna be happy about this. Steven has a lot of trouble with this car. Steven is going to go past him without trouble, but saying without trouble, they almost collided. This is not gonna be a lap time for Stum, that's for sure. Oh, Osley went around on the circuit and spin out a bit. Meanwhile, Sticky is currently trying to do some weight reduction from the looks of it. Oh no, he's just wandering around the circuit. Oh, he might have found a little happy place for himself. Anyway, the standings are currently the following. In qualifying, Gunn is currently leading, Steven is second, and Longy is third. Osley is currently fourth, and Steven just managed to beat Gunn's lap time He has done a 108.6 in this. In the meantime, my timing screen went off a bit there. Let's see what SMC can do. Nothing. He's flagged. His qualifying is done. The only cars left to score positions now are Speed Racer, Sticky and Tobias. Speed Racer stays 7th and Tobias and Sticky were off circuit, so that unfortunately means their qualifying is done. I have a question. Do you have a setting for jump starts?
It'll pin you, yeah, mate. You'll go straight to the pits. If you jump the start, you'll start from the pit lane.
I'm wondering
It'll make you.
I'm wondering if that would be beneficial for me for the commentary, so I don't have to like wait for the start and go back to the pits. I could just jump it, have the car back in the pits, and
Yeah, you can do that, mate. Yeah, just jump the start. It'll shoot you straight into pit lane.
And you should follow us around for a lap. Action cam.
Yeah.
I don't even have the wheel in front of me right now, but I have it connected.
Probably end up stacking the van.
It's like the old Dick Johnson race cam.
I'm standing in the back of the van trying to hold up a big studio camera.
You need to organise a special event, Lethal, with only the vans, I reckon.
Yeah, that'd be sick, yeah. That'd be awesome, mate.
I've got no countdown again. Fuck you, you can't.
Yeah, I had the same.
Well, that was something. Unfortunately, it didn't want to work. I might have the wrong settings now. Or maybe the USB reconnected while in the waiting process. Anyway, race is on the way, and already we have some position changes. So now we have Stevor in the lead, Osley second, so he went by both Gunn and Longy, and SMC currently P5. Viper and Speed Racer, Swooper, Little and Huggy are the ones closing down the top 10, and the rest of the race, rest of the drivers are Reaper, Tobias, Sticky and Stilm. And now we have or had another car in the pit just joining in, apparently. Yeah, I see another. I saw another Datsun in the pits. The 42 of BZR is a bit late to the party. Already one lap down. This will not help Huggy. Oh! With his reverse grid plan. And in the meantime we have Tobias with the other Datsun having a lot of trouble. And now he's going side by side with Sticky. Sticky should have this in the bag if he can get a good angle for the corner there. In the meantime, Tobias also goes way too easy on this corner and loses the place. First lap is down. We have Steven, Osley, Gunn, Longy and SMC in the top 5. In the background, all of the other cars are mixing in the field. The BMW had a good pace in qualifying, but it doesn't have much luck so far in the race. Both of them are back into P8 and 9. And from the looks of it, we have two two groups forming, and from the looks of it there was a collision between Huggy and XL Reaper. Or X-Side Reaper, sorry that. The two of them are going side by side on the back straight, but from the looks of it they back out of it. Meanwhile, I believe Swooper and Viperion, they're having a battle, and Viperion is currently P8. So we know who won that battle. SMC is still able to keep the gap with the Porsches, but that gap is quite big enough for it to be not a battle. But speaking of, all four Porsches at the front are relatively close to each other. Steve is still in the lead, also second. Gun and Longy are the remaining two in the top four. I'm wondering where the lap car is in the field, and he is actually just behind P10 and 11, while P8 and 9 are going for a side-by-side, and from the looks of it, Viperion drops down another place, while BCR drops from the server. From the looks of it, either connection problems or something. Tobias and Sticky had a bit of a scrap between each. Sticky is in P13, Tobias is 12 right in front. Does a 1:12.8, 4 seconds faster than Sticky in this lap. Gaps are remaining relatively the same in the top 5. Sorry about that. Just realized that I still had start kick on. Anyway. Following Swooper, who is getting quite close enough for a move there, and just about to say it. But that one is a good look on the inside, forcing the Porsche a bit to take a wider line. If he can do that once more, he might be able to fight for a position. But we can all agree that was more than just a look. But do it that too often and you will have the other BMW right behind you for position there as well. Tobias is currently off circuit there, he had a moment. And Sticky goes up to P12. Not sure what happened between the two. Meanwhile, Longy and Gun are going side by side in turn 1. And Longy takes third place. Oh, Gun was trying to get the position back. These two are teammates in a different series, so it's good to see them actually fight on circuit now. We went back to look at Swooper's perspective once again. See if he can do the same move as he did in the previous lap, but he does not have to try even, because Speed Racer goes off circuit in the final corner, makes a mistake, and that is all Swooper needs. He's up to P6. He will have to push that car a lot though, because he is quite far off from SMC and the other 4 Porsches. On board with Lethal Force, let's see if we can do the same. But from the looks of it, he was going pretty wide in the corner, and just behind them you can see that Alpine. In the meantime, Steven does a fastest lap in the race of 1:08.2, quite far off from the qualifying lap. But he's in the position where he might be able to just push the car up and get faster lap times each time around. Gaps are quite big, actually, in the top 5. About 1.5 and 2 seconds between each cars. But if you look at longest fight ahead, they don't look to be that far off from each other. Probably the closest 2 Porsches in the top 5. Meanwhile, the leaders are already lapping the field. Or at least that's what they would try to do. That Alpha, driven by Stum, was actually holding up Ostley quite a bit there. Hopefully there was no trouble about it. This might have been beneficial for the other 2 Porsches, but if he puts them up as well, then all of this will be beneficial to SMC. SMC's lap time is of 1:10. Didn't catch the other 2 Porsches lap time. Oh, Tobias has an off-track moment once again in the same corner. He's gonna drop down to last place, although almost last place, because on the timing screen BZR is back once again. He is staying in the pits though, so I wonder... Okay, that is just timing screen stuff. No matter how good some of these timing screens get, they can still have their own faults. 17 minutes left. Almost at the halfway mark. Steven Ostley, long gone, and SMC are the top 5 in this race. SMC being the highest car on the leaderboard that is not a Porsche. But he is 12 seconds off from the leader. Longy was hoping for a reverse grid, by the way. I just would like to mention that he was thinking that okay, this car is so long, this is so slidey and possibly so heavy that I'm not gonna finish nowhere near the top 10. I'm just gonna be starting in the first place for the second race. I don't think he was ever hoping that he would get hit just outside of the top 10 in the middle of the race. But that said, we are still just in the middle of the race. Leaders are just approaching Sticky on circuit to lap. In the meantime, Reaper has done his personal best of 1:11, and Sticky goes into the pits. I'm not sure about the reason behind that. I was told that there won't be mandatory pit stops, so this might be a problem with the car, or he has miscalculated something about it. Either way, he is in the pits now. And that was quite a long stop. I doubt the tires would be a problem here. So it might be fuel. Either way, Tobias has, third time is the charm, the same problem in the same corner. This is all beneficial to Sticky, who goes up to P13. Thanks to Tobias's mistake. Steven's lead grows up to 5 seconds. From the looks of it, all of the other guys behind have about 1.5 seconds of gap between each. There is a good reason we are watching Huggy now. He is the next car to be lapped. And I'm also curious about what's gonna be his lap time here. 1:11.6, you're not quite far off the pace from the car in front of you, Huggy. You might be able to catch up to them. Imagine a top 10 with a boat like this. Keeper just left Tobias behind. And now he's getting close to Sticky. Oh, he has a slide there with the car. Thankfully keeps it on circuit. Stum has done his personal best with the Alpha, and that was a 1:12. That personal best is even slower than Huggy in the Mercedes, so give yourself a bit of a credit there, Huggy. At least you know how to drive a boat. Meanwhile, Reaper has a lot of sliding going on with his Ford Escort. On board with Little Force, who is actually catching Speed Racer in front. That Porsche went a bit wide there in that corner. I wondered if the second BMW in the field can make something happen here. In the meantime, SNC does his personal best, and that is a 109. He would have to do that a lot more often to actually catch the cars in front, because right now the gap between him and P4 is about 11 seconds. About 10 minutes left from this race. And let's see if Little can get close enough for that Porsche, or to that Porsche, to gain another place. In front of them are the other BMW driven by Swooper, and also I believe Stum in the Alpha. So if Stum cannot let them pass, then this is gonna be interesting. Ooh, big two-wheel action there with the Alpha going over the curbs, and the curbs actually launching up the right side of the car. I was just saying how Stum will have to let the others by, but they first need to catch up to him. And if they cannot, then this is gonna be even more tricky than we would think. From the looks of it though, it looks like that Stum has done his personal best, which is a 111. Little Force, the second BMW, has done a 110, but now Stum does a mistake, but does not really let the BMW by. Ooh, another two-wheel action. Okay, this is a bit dangerous, because now we have a car in front that we need to lap. And thankfully, okay, one of the BMWs go by. Now it's out down to Speed Racer and Little Force. Meanwhile, Steven done his another personal best, the fastest lap of the race of 1:08.7. Stum, you will need to let this car by if you don't want trouble here. And the two cars are going side by side. Stum doesn't really look like someone who would let that car by. Oh, how did he get between the two cars? What the hell am I looking at here? Little Force had his chance here, he got pretty close, but Stum does not let the cars by. Speed Racer was able to get past, but as soon as he went past, Stum closed the door. And with that, he closed the chances for Little Force as well. Despite Speed Racer going offline in the first corner, Little was not able to take advantage of that. Still finally lets by the other BMW. And wow! I was expecting a lot of things today. This was not on the bucket list. Little has to do something here. If he wants that sweet P7, he will have to fight for it now. Speed Racer is not doing that well with the Porsche compared to what the others do. In the meantime, Viperian does a 110 behind his personal best. From time to time I have to switch to the track side cameras when following Lito, because sometimes he takes a line where you would expect that, okay, there's a car right beside him. And then you look at it from the outside and you realize, okay, that car slides in the corners. And that's why he ends up in a wider angle in the middle of the corner or on the exit. Definitely not something that would be helpful for a side-by-side action. But if Super was able to get past, surely Lito would be able as well. He has a better pace in that car than the Porsche in front. He just cannot seem to take advantage of the situation. But there will have to be a place and a time, and I'm sure he's looking forward to that. Meanwhile, we have a possible fight for P2. Longi managed to catch up to Osley, and the two of them almost, now they do. They go side by side, and Longi is up into P2. Osley drops down to P3. They are 10 seconds behind the leader, and Longi now has to close the door on Osley. This is it, everyone. The final 4 minutes of the race is on. And now everyone has a good understanding of the circuit and what they can do with the cars and what they cannot do with the cars. Longi manages not just to catch up to Osley, but also secure a place for P2. Now it's all up to Osley and Gunn to take it away from him. They all know what it's like to be in front and behind the Porsche. Now they just have to figure out how to get around Longi. We have a 3-car battle for P2 right now. Only 3 minutes left. In the meanwhile, we had Reaper going off circuit there. Thankfully, didn't affect anyone. Going back to the fight in P8. It's funny and absolutely awesome how you can see both better sometimes on circuit. Oh, Lito is getting very he overdrove the car, and now his gap is gonna be even bigger. This might be beneficial for the car behind, but that car behind is Viperian, who is about 12 seconds behind. So in short answer, Longy, Osley and Gunn are the 3 cars to look out for and follow around, because Litterfords just couldn't get close enough to overtake Speed Racer, and once you overdrove the car, you lose pace. That far in the race, this means that you lost your chance, unfortunately. On board with Chris Osley. He was in P2 for the majority of the race. Let's see if he can reclaim it. Oh, that's not gonna be beneficial. Longy saw that move and he went to the inside. Osley could not take advantage. He's close enough to have a look on the inside every single lap. But unfortunately, so far that's all he can do. Leader is currently on the final lap, which means that this is gonna be the final lap for these guys as well. In the background, Sticky and Toby has switched places, so Sticky, being 2 laps down, still manages to claim a place. But it's all down to these 3 now. Let's see what they can do. Longy doesn't have to defend this time around the corner. In the meantime, Steven is approaching the finish line. And he wins another race in the GTR community. And just behind him are the 3 remaining Porsches across the finish line. Longy, Osley and Gunn are your top 4 Porsches of the race. Steven is sharing some donuts, but doesn't really want to work out. Longy and from the looks of it, Osley as well joining him in that. SMC finishes P5. And some of the lap cars are now going across the finish line to finish their laps as well and their races. Absolute chaos going on in the main straight right now. Everyone is celebrating.